Hi everybody, my name's Mallory, and for the month of November, Hillels of Westchester's Happiness Campaign is all about equanimity. Equanimity essentially means grounding yourself in this witness perspective, meaning that you are an observer and that you're not going to become overly attached or overwrought to anything that is temporary. And what is temporary? Everything. So when you're practicing equanimity, you're grounding yourself in this knowledge, and it doesn't mean that you don't care about anything. That's not what I'm trying to say. It means that you are fully embracing whatever will happen. Que sera, sera, as they say. So when we talk about equanimity, it's always harder to actually put into practice. It's very easy for me to say, oh, it means that you're going to not become attached to anything. It's so hard, but we can, pick up skills and sort of understand how our bodies work and how we can play it out in different ways, and it can really be helpful. So I want to show you a couple of different poses that often students in yoga will become really attached to and want to nail it, want to look right, and will just be losing sight of the benefits of the pose because they're so fixated on just getting it right. So first, let's start with a wide-legged forward fold. I want you to take notice here. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so you can see my feet, but I want you to take notice that my feet are active. My toes are up, so it's not pointed, it's active like this. It's up like this. My legs are as far apart as you can comfortably get them, and I'm relaxed. For some of us, this might be as far as you'll go. You don't have to go any further, you don't have to fold at all. I'm going to adjust my body so that you see the side. If you do want to start to move down a little bit, before you go at all, you can start to rock side to side. You can put your hand on the front and back of your pelvis if that helps. And I'm keeping my spine long. If I want to go a little further, I'm not going to I'm not going to bend like this, because that will hurt my shoulders and my neck in the long term. I'm going to, with a straight back, start to come down. And the more and more your body becomes open to the pose, one day you'll be flat on the ground like a pancake. But it's okay if it doesn't happen right away. So that's a forward fold. Another pose that I want to show you that a lot of people become super attached to is a squat. People are always really into getting their squat as deep as they can, getting their hips as open as they can. So I'm starting like this, and I'm going to have my feet around hip width apart, maybe a little wider. And they can start to come out like this. So this is facing forward. I'm going to face them out a little bit like this. I'm going to stand this way so you can see. I'm going to drop my hips and start to come down. My back is long. I'm not wilting like a melted candle here. Nice and tall. If I want to go further, I'm going to bring my elbows into my knees and bring my thumbs into the middle of my chest. I'm not squeezing my butt. The way that you know if you're squeezing your butt is to intentionally squeeze your butt and then relax. If you learn anything, hopefully that's a big takeaway. So relax just like this. If you're in no position to get here, you can take a yoga block. Boom, crash. All right, here's a yoga block. So it might help to sit on it like this, right? And that's great. Or you can come down a little lower if you're a little more flexible. You can also stack some books if you don't have this handy cork block. But it's here to help you, right? This really helps. So that's a squat. And then another pose that people become really obsessed with is going upside down. So I'm going to show you variations on how to easily get into a headstand. Okay? So to get into essentially a headstand, you're reaping the benefits of an inversion, which means as long as your hips are above your head, you're good. But sometimes it's hard to actually get the final legs over the head aspect, right? So to get into a headstand, you can start by just being in downward facing dog, stretching the legs, and then eventually drop down onto your knees and bring the crown of your head onto the floor and be able to look at your hands in a triangle shape. So if your head was the top of the triangle, your hands are the lower two parts. So I can see my fingers. From here, I'm going to lift my feet, or lift my legs and start to walk my toes in. And maybe this is where you are for weeks, months, years, just hanging out like this. If you want, you can lift one leg and then the other, just seeing how that goes. And then one day, if it feels okay, lift both. And you don't have to go any further, but maybe if it feels good, one day come all the way up and breathe. And when you're ready, slowly start to come down. You can take child's pose and make your way up. Notice how I had a process. It wasn't just head down, legs up, boom, done. There's always little by little, and it's part of the experience, knowing that it's pieced together and not just squashed together, so to speak. So if you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to say, please comment about it. I would love to talk to you about it. And yeah, I hope that this helps. Enjoy. Namaste. Bye.